Well, good morning folks, and welcome back to another review. This is Lee, your virtual airline pilot, with another scenery review for Flight Simulator 2020. We're in China, and this week I'm going to try and look at two sceneries, one of which you're looking at now. The other one is Beijing Capital Airport scenery that came out recently. We're going to have a look at that. But today we are at Manzhouli Zhejiao International Airport and City, Zulu Bravo Mike Zulu. It's in the People's Republic of China. I saw this scenery first on flightsim.to, and it's available also at Sim Market. And the price is really good, and the author has done a really nice job, not only on the airport but also on the city and some interesting buildings and things that I didn't really know about. This airport sits literally right on the Sino-Russian border, and there's places such as the Russians People Gate, and all sorts of interesting things to look at. He's faithfully recreated the airport. He's done a lovely job on the airport, and the city has kind of come to life a bit as well. It's an incredible little place way out in the middle of nowhere, so to speak. But today I thought we'd have a look at it. I've not done anything really in China, and since we've now got two sceneries available, it'd be a good idea to have a look at it. And to be honest, the author's contacted me and thanked me for doing this, and he supplied a lot of information about some of the buildings that have been created in the scenery as to what they are in real life. So we'll look at those, and I will try and put some pictures up. So anyway, let's start with a description of the scenery for you. So it's Manzhouli Zhejiao International Airport, and the city is included as well. The ICAO code is Zulu Bravo Mike Zulu. It's in the People's Republic of China, and it's right on the Sino-Russian border. It's a pay-where scenery by I think this guy's a one-man band, but it's Zuki Scenery Studio. The download is 438 megs, and it installs at 1.16 gigabyte. And as I said, there's quite a bit of work done in this scenery, and yet the price is a measly £13 and 69 pence UK, which equates to roughly $16.66 US, or €15 and 59 cents in euros. Euro prices and US prices are estimates, and they do include tax or VAT, which of course may vary depending on your country of purchase. Scenery is available from flightsim.to and from Sim Market too, and I don't think there's much difference in the prices. So just give you some history. There's not a lot I can discover about this, but I'll tell you a bit that I can. Manzhouli Zhejiao International Airport, Zulu Bravo Mike Zulu, is located in Manzhouli City, just west of Ulaanbaatar City, in part of the Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region of the People's Republic of China. The airport's 4.3 miles or 7 kilometers away from the Sino-Russian border, and 10 kilometers away from the center of Manzhouli City, and you can see the city here in the distance. The airport's listed as a 4D level international regional airport, 4-star airport, or a national first-class airline port. Manzhouli Airport lies at an elevation of 2,229 feet, or 679 meters, so it's a fairly high altitude, and handles some 420,000 passengers annually. Airlines serving the airport include Air China, Chengdu Airlines, China Express Airlines, and Hainan Airlines. So as you can see, we just kind of dropped the light down here so we can have a look at the runways. Manzhouli Zhejiao Airport operates a single runway, 1230, which is 9,186 feet or 2,800 meters long, and is made from concrete. Both ends have the standard ILS Category 1 equipped, and also have high-intensity runway lighting system and precision approach path indicators on the left side of the runway. So here you can see the strobe lighting effect as well. They've got lighted sides of the runway, touchdown zone, end identifier lights here, and here you can see the PAPIs on the left side. Both ends of the runway also support a combined RNP and ILS approach option, together with ILS-Y and NDB DME approach options available too. So the airport's fully instrument arrival and departure capable, with both SID and STAR operations available. So here we are looking down the throat of runway 30, the other end of the runway, and as you can see it has exactly the same lighting system, and as I've said before, ILS approach options available for both runways, as well as NDB as well, and RNP, RNAV approaches as well. So just a couple of notes here about what's contained within the scenery. You've got models of Manzhouli Zizhou International Airport Terminal and the other airport buildings and facilities, and you can see there's quite a lot here. We'll have a look in a minute. Handcrafted ground lines and ground textures. Some architectural models are made with using PBR material. Manually calibrated ILS to Cat 1 standard. Handcrafted airport exteriors, handmade models of some of the buildings in the city centre, models of landmark buildings such as China's National Gate, Russia's National Gate, the National Gate Scenic Spot and the Pearl of Northern Zhejiang, and the night view of Manzhouli city itself is also enhanced, and he's also made corrections to some of the terrain such as the lakes and rivers nearby. So as I said, I think this guy's a one-man band, but what he's done looks really quite good. Let's get down close and have a look and see what it looks like up close. First we'll look at the airport. So here we are on the main ramp on one of the stands. As you can see here, we've got my Airbus A330-900 sitting here. Thought it'd be a nice change for you to see the big jet. And looking over the ramp, you can see beautifully crafted lines. The concrete texture looks nice, roads, and the building. Again, I've managed to look at a few photos, and the building is very, very accurately done. So let's just take a little tour airside here, and you can see the stands, airport clutter. He's even got oil stains on the ramp there. The jetways do work as well. I can confirm that they do actually work. As you can see, beautifully modelled, some lovely little buildings here on the airport. I haven't seen any internal modelling, which is not a problem at all for me, because the external modelling is just so good. Beautifully done. Here we look at some of the outbuildings and additional buildings on the airport. Here you've got the what looks like the fire station, and you've got some fuel trucks there. I mean, that looks really nice. It's really, really beautifully modelled, and the trucks are really nicely modelled. And once again, here's one of the police cars. Again, the model is exceptional. Really, really nice model. There's another one. Just really beautifully done. And here's the fire station here. You've got some of the fire tenders. Again, the models are really nicely done. Really, really good texturing there. And, you know, no expense spared on creating really, really nice models. There you can see the fence line, which goes right the way around the airport perimeter. There's no gaps at all. It's beautifully done. So we take a tour across the landside part of the airport area. There you can see the razor wire on top of the fence, which is a legal requirement, by the way. Here's the main police station, and the car models are just stunning. They're exceptional. Some of these are some of the best models I've seen. There's literally no flaws at all in the wheels, the shadowing, and the way they've been positioned. It's absolutely stunning. The level of detail is really, really amazing. So I continue in the slow tour here. We've got these lovely buildings. There's the radar tower on the left. They go out towards the car park. Okay, these models are static, they're not mobile anywhere, which is a pity, but it's, again, the level of detail and the quality of the models is excellent. We go out to the airport road. There's a car there on the road. The road detail is beautiful. Vegetation has been nicely placed. This all looks so nice. Just to get a little zoom in towards the terminal, we've got a flag at the top there. It's not animated, but doesn't matter. A couple more police cars. I mean, the detail on these buildings is incredible. So nicely done. I mean, look at this. And even down to the razor wire on the fence there. As far as I know, there's nothing in the control tower, but we'll have a look. But again, beautiful detail. So the control tower is empty. Some weird bits of reflections on the glass, not really sure there. I've seen this before, where they get this you've got this image of what looks to be a pilot in a seat of a jet, and a military pilot that is, and you get this effect on the windows. I don't quite know why that is, but it happens. But as you can see, the tower has got the same beautiful texturing as the rest of the building. And there you can see a fuel truck, and there's the security gates to the lower right side. There's a good look at the fence line with the razor wire on top, and the radar tower with all the antennas and everything on it, which just looks really good. So going across the front of the building, you see the modelling is exceptional. It's just a really stunning piece of work. Beautiful, right down to the flags up the top there, and the signage. It's a lovely building that's been gloriously recreated. So we'll just continue our tour towards the other end of the building here. And as you can see, the attention to detail is excellent. Such a really nice job has been done on the car models, the building, the glass effects, the fence line. I'm really impressed with the fence line. Yet another nicely designed building there. And the building on the other side, everything right down to the stairwell. Looks beautiful. It's a lovely job. For a small airport where you think it wouldn't have an awful lot, it's done an exceptional job. The detail, the things that are here have been done in such detail. It's marvellous, it really is marvellous. So let's have a close-up look at a few things. So as you can see, the terminal is fantastic, beautifully done. Flags there, cars, car park's excellent. Couple of signs. There's the main road coming into the airport. As you can see, a couple of signs have been done, this one too. Well, these two buildings are exceptionally good. Beautifully modelled, beautifully done. Really, really nice. And before we move on, just here you can see the main road coming in to the airport from the city, which is over here. I suppose my only criticism really is you've got a couple of photoreal signs here that are totally flat, which unfortunately we can see, and they don't look right, they kind of spoil it. But everything else about this airport area is beautiful. Before we leave, I want to turn the light down a bit and just have a look at what the airport looks like at the dusk time when the lights come on. Okay, just after 8:15 in the evening local time, and here we are. You can see the lights are coming up and the building is beautifully lit. The ramp area is lit, not overly so, but I think it's decent enough for you to see. There, looking towards the west, you can see the runway beautifully detailed and lit, no problem at all there. And the same is true looking east, and you can see you've got lighted buildings within the vicinity of the airport and not too far away that are also lit up. That actually makes this just a very beautifully quaint little scenery. Let's get up close to the ramp. So looking closely at the ramp there, you can see you've got everything you need. Some of the vehicles have lights, which is good. Building is nicely lit. The light sources are correct here. We've got these large local stanchions here with lots of light that are giving this building the light it deserves. And here you've got lighting on the ramp as well. You've also got green centerline taxiway lighting, which is excellent. And you can see here the blue airfield edge lights, which define the local of the area of the airfield itself. Only thing I want to see is to see whether this car or anything else goes onto the runway. Hopefully there are no vehicles that go onto the runway. But that doesn't seem to be going on the runway, so that's fine. So quick look at the runway taxiway signage. As you can see, you've got taxiways Bravo and Alpha that are properly designated and lit. No problem there at all. And there's a nice view looking back towards the terminal on the airside ramp. Just have a quick whiz across the ramp here, as if we're sitting in a vehicle. As you can see, it all looks great. You've got skid marks on the taxiway, all the rough markings that should be there that you expect from an airport that gets plenty of use. Stand signage and other paraphernalia sitting on the stands there, all exceptionally done. And once again, beautiful detail on that building. Let's have a quick look landside. So once again, nice lighting, not overly done, just enough to make it look right in my opinion. Building's beautifully lit. The car park has lighting by these big stanchion lights, but they're not overly done so. The sign is lit, which is good. If we just come back a bit, there's the police station, and again you've got the lamps lighting the areas that they should do correctly. And there are the fire stations with the fire trucks inside, and you've got a few cars in here I believe as well that we looked at earlier. So all of this looks really, really nice. All I'm going to do is quickly drop it down to night time. Okay, 9:30 local time in the evening. As you can see, it's pretty much dead of night, and the lighting has come up. The ramp area looks brilliant. It looks really good. The lighting's really, really good. But as you can see, the lighting has come up so much that it's possibly overlit that building. Let's get a bit closer and see what it looks like close up. So actually, looking close up, it's not bad at all. It's just when you sort of look at it from far away there, it looks over bright, but getting close up it looks fine. To be honest, it looks perfect. So that little possible complaint is ruled out. Everything's absolutely fine. Quick look in the other direction. There again you can see the ramps, plenty of light, no problems parking here in the darkness. And again you've got your green centerline lights that will help you get in here. And a quick look in the other direction. As you can see, the lighting is exceptional, no problem at all. And there, as I say, if I bring it up just slightly higher to give you an overview of landside, that's all beautifully lit as well. The lighting's come up and everything is lit as it should be. Just looking in the other direction, this is a beautiful little airport with some really, really fine attention to detail. Okay, it's just after midday again, so let's take a little run away from the airport now and let me show you what it looks like when you get towards the city. So this is the main road that goes out of the airport. There you can see the two shadows of the signs. Possibly the author will replace those with the real signs. There's another one there. So it looks like you've got a couple of signs either side there, all the way up this highway, that are all photoreal, and to be honest they don't look very good at all. But that's my only criticism really. Quick look the other way, there's the airport as we leave. Yeah, those signs really could do with being sorted out. That's the only real nitpick with the scenery so far. So here's the main highway. and it looks lovely here. Now he has made some corrections to some of the terrain. I can't really see where or how, because obviously without knowing the area really well it's difficult to know. But it looks fine, it looks nice. Nice to see some traffic going down the roads as well. Very nice indeed. So let's go and have a look at this. This is one of the model buildings. There are lots of little odds and sods that have been placed here. There you can see below there are some buildings that have been enhanced slightly. I'm going to put a picture up and put details of the buildings that we come across as I find them, because he has sent me details. But here you are. I mean, this is typical of the stunning attention to detail that this guy has done. You've got these three buildings here, part of this design that he's included. And as I said, I'll put a picture up and identify the building as we go, because I've got pictures that he sent me from email. But just gorgeous attention to detail. And look at this. Beautifully done. Beautifully modelled. It's wonderful. He's done a lovely job on that. So just a high level shot there looking back towards the airport. There's the airport here and the runway. This is the main highway coming out of the airport. Roads going into the city this way. The Russian border is over here. We'll see that in a minute. So we take a run towards the city of Manzhouli. As you can see, here are the rail yards. Go down a bit lower, there you can see the buildings, and here you can even see the trains. Very nice. It's just very, very nicely done. Some beautiful work here. There you can see the trains, the long trains going into the city here. We've got some beautiful buildings that have been done. I will try and identify each of the ones that have been modelled. As you can see, there's some stunning buildings here. Absolutely wonderful. Look at that. Just, he's really done an amazing job on the city. I mean, it's amazing. It's a beautiful buildings. And looking down the thoroughfare, well, this is a stunning piece of work. Okay, some of these are stock buildings here, as you can see, but the whole area looks really interesting. You know, the mountains in the background. I mean, this is typical China. And that's just incredible. It's just beautiful. Stunning. The building, the modelling is exceptional here. So we come up a little higher, you can see the rest of the city and the roads here and the buildings and some of the other modelling. Rail yards everywhere. Lots of rail work out here, it would appear. And looking further to the north there, as you can see, bits and pieces that have been augmented and enhanced. And looking to the east. So let's move to the east. Okay, we'll come down along the highway here. And we're now going to move out towards the Sino-Russian border, where you have the China National Gate and the Russian National Gate, and one or two other nicely modelled buildings that have been done out here. I just find this area quite interesting. It's very different from what you would expect from what we are used to in the simulator. And again, it shows just what can be achieved with this new simulator in terms of modelling if you decide you want to go this far, and this is just stunning. So along the highway, as you can see, you've got the odd building here and there that's been enhanced and modelled. It's just lovely, really, really is nice. And look at this. Well, that's a pretty amazing building, and again faithfully recreated in the simulator. Just beautiful. So this is the Russian Sino National Gate. This is the Chinese side. There you can see a freight train coming through. Again, you've got a fence line there. There's a couple of buildings on the left that have been nicely modelled, a couple of aircraft. So 2 Chinese aircraft there, beautifully done. Look at the modelling on the train. So as I said, this is the China Gate, and there it is seen from the other side. And this is the Russian Gate. So essentially now we're in no man's land on the border between the 2 countries. And there's the Russian Gate looking from the Russian side. So beautifully, really beautifully done. Let's turn the light down and see what we can see here. So there we go, 8:45 in the evening, and you can see the lights come up, and these models are beautifully lit. They really do look nice. So let's move across the gate towards the various buildings. As you can see, the lighting is lovely. Has been beautifully done. Well, that's a stunning building. So as you can see, the building over there to the right has been beautifully lit. The roads are in good shape in terms of lighting too. It's done a lovely job with the roads. And we're moving towards the city now. And this whole place just looks very nice. Might be fun to take a helicopter tour up here. Really, really nice indeed. Very, very nicely done. Modelling is good. The lighting really enhances what's been done here. So there you can see the airport in the distance, buildings here. Here you can see the freight yards again, all nicely lit up and just looking very, very nice indeed. Now we're getting close to the city, and it's really weird. You look at the city from this far and it looks way too bright, but as you get closer the brightness kind of sorts itself out. And it doesn't look as bad as it does when it's far away. And again, you've got these buildings are just beautifully modelled. It's just lovely, beautiful city. It's very, very nicely done. Look at this. It's lovely, very, very nicely done. So let's go higher up. So there's an overview of the area that you can see there, and it really does look nice. There you can see the airport with the approach lights flashing in the distance on the left. Here's the city. There are other things here I think to discover as well. I've only just touched on it. Let's go to night mode. So once again, 9:30 in the evening. Now night mode's pretty much fully enhanced. There's a wisp of sunset to the right there. But yeah, buildings are beautifully lit. Probably my only criticism is that they from this distance they look overly done. They look overly lit. It's really, really bright. When you get up close, it doesn't look too bad, but it does look a little bit strange when you see the rest of the city here. That's not quite so well lit. All of these buildings really stand out. Not sure about that really. It's not really meant as a criticism because they look so wonderful. The modelling is fantastic. So, You know, it may be totally different at night time. It really depends if you want to come out here during dusk and the night hours to have a look, and whether you feel you can accept this. I'm happy to. It's an anomaly possibly within the simulator. You may not be able to do too much about. I mean, if you adjusted the brightness down a bit, then chances are you probably wouldn't see them. But it's such a beautiful place, and it's so well modelled. Let's bring back the daytime, maybe just after dawn. So here we are in the early morning as the dawn's just about to come up. You still see the airport approach lights in the distance there. All the lights have kind of gone out, but there's this beautiful glow on the city. And looking south, one thing I didn't see there, you've got all these amazing wind farms everywhere. So it's certainly worth maybe getting a helicopter out or a small aeroplane and just doing a little exploration of this area and see what's here. It's a beautiful location. As I said, a little bit strange because it's not the first place you think of in terms of going to fly somewhere. But it really might be worth doing a flight. I was to say, I'm going to review the Beijing scenery coming up this week as well. Might be a good idea to get an A320 and fly from Beijing down to here and see what it's like. Looking northeast there, or rather looking to the east, you can see the sun coming up really nicely. Mountains in the foreground. So 9:20 in the morning, and there you can see the city in all its glory, including the beautifully done buildings. So there you go, folks, a quick review. As I said, I'm going to try and put up pictures along the way here to show you to identify some of the buildings that the developers very kindly sent me details about. But essentially that's Manzhouli Zhizhou International Airport in the People's Republic of China. Zulu Bravo Mike Zulu. It's payware scenery by looks like a one-man developer. Zuki Scenery Studio is the developer. Download at 438 meg, installs at 1.16 gig, and like I said, it's really good value for money. I think it's a measly £13.69 or €15.59 or $16.66 in US. Available from FlightSim.to and Sim Market. Such a beautiful scenery, and I believe the author is working on some more bits and pieces. So that's the end of this review. It's fairly short one, but it's a small scenery which I think is really nice. It's a real gem, this scenery. Beautifully priced, stunningly created, with an airport, international airport, that has everything you need as a pilot, and lots for you to get out and go and have a look at and see. Just beautifully done. So this is Lee, your virtual airline pilot, winding up another review. Thanks for joining me. I hope you found it useful. This is a real little gem, as I've said, and I really hope that it gets some more sales, because I think it's brilliant. So thank you very much for joining me in the review. I will see you in the Beijing review, hopefully coming up later this week. So it's goodbye from now, and thanks again.